While growing up, I had never been introduced to others with disabilities until I started elementary school. At the age of 4, I started going to kindergarten in the morning class group at Gladys McDonald School. At this school, they had a program called FIAP, which stood for Functional Integrated Academic Program. These kids had a harder time learning or had a disability that being in this classroom would make it easier for them to learn in the school. It was not until I was in grade 6 that for the first time I noticed people making fun of and bullying someone because they had a disability. The clock hit 10:30 and the morning recess bell rang to let us know it was time to get up and head outside. My class loved to play basketball during recess, so we would all rush out of the classroom and head to the big kids' doors and open the blue steel doors and head out to the basketball court outside. For the most part, the girls would sit on the benches and watch our guy friends face each other in a 4-on-4 game. We would always cheer for the boy that we thought was the cutest or that we claimed to have a crush on. But one recess, while we were all sitting on the benches watching the guys play, one of the students that were in the 5 class walked over to them with his orange basketball and asked if he was able to join and play the game with them. Thinking to myself, why couldn't he? He is just wanting to hang out with the guys and be a part of the normal thing that my grade had done. Even though this had been my thinking, the guys in my grade thought opposite. The one guy walked up to him and said, "How can you play? You are different than us." And another chirped in after and said, "You are retarded and don't belong with our group. Leave us alone and go play with your other weird friends." After the two boys had said this to the FIAP student, you could start hearing all the others chime in laughing and making fun of how he is so different. One of the students rushed over to the FIAP student and stole his ball and told him, "Retarded kids can't play basketball." The FIAP student ran away crying because he was unable to understand what was happening or why the guys were even acting this way. After he ran away, I started to notice that some of the girls that I sat with on the bench who were known as the bullies started to laugh along with the guys and were encouraging them to be mean. But some of the girls and I just sat there astonished that the people we were friends with would hurt someone like that. The recess bell rang and we all hurried inside because we knew if we stayed out there any longer, we might all be in trouble for the incident that just happened. Later on, the FIAP teacher came by our class and gave us a talk and told us that we need to treat them the same and that they are no different than us. She told us that we needed to include them and not have them feel more like outsiders and that they are different since some already felt that enough being in a different classroom. After the teacher had left, I realized this was the first time I have ever noticed someone being bullied because of a disability they had, and it made me upset that I noticed this at a school where everyone should feel safe. That day, I noticed disability bullying for the first time, and I thought to myself, why? Why does it matter? Disability or not, everyone is still the same and shouldn't be bullied because they may not look the same or act the same. Everyone is human, and I think our society needs to see that and realize what they say to others can hurt them. Bullying is wrong in every way, but it's worse when you pick on someone over something they are not able to change because they are born that way.